In the previous module, you saw how to disassemble the Acqua lung. In this module, you will try to assemble it yourselves. First of all, place the cylinder in front of you. The BC should be positioned facing the same way as the outlets of the cylinder valve. Attach the BC cylinder strap to the cylinder firmly and make sure it doesn't slip. Now take the regulator and connect it to the cylinder valve. Make sure that all the hoses are in the same position as when you used the equipment in the previous module. The inlet of the first stage should be placed in front of the cylinder valve outlet, and care should be taken to make sure that they fit together correctly. Whatever type of fitting you use, INT or DIN, make sure that it is tight but not too much. The air pressure itself will create the seal. Now attach the hose to the BC with the quick connector and fix the hose in place. Also, attach the pressure gauge and the alternative second stage to the BC in exactly the same positions as when you disassembled the Acqua lung. When everything is in place, you can open the cylinder valve while pressing lightly on the purge button of the main second stage. As soon as you hear the air coming out, release the button. You shouldn't hear any other air leaks. To don the Acqua lung on land, you will need your buddy's help. Remember that the strongest buddy should don the Acqua lung first. This is because the first buddy will have to bear the weight of his own Acqua lung when he helps his buddy. Wearing the Acqua lung, weights, mask and fins, and with the BC suitably inflated, you will make a giant stride entry directly from the side of the pool. Use one hand to hold your mask and main second stage. Stretch out one leg and keep the other in contact with the edge until the last moment. Don't jump into the water, but stride in. In this way, you can be sure of not hurting yourself on the side of the pool. As soon as you touch the water, you should bring your fins together so that you will sink down into the water as little as possible. Seeing that you have two devices that you can use to breathe from, a snorkel and the second stage of the regulator, you must now learn how to exchange one for the other. Your instructor will have you do this a number of times without lifting your head out of the water. Every time you change from one to the other, remember to clear the water from it before breathing in. When you have mastered this, you can continue doing the same exercise, but this time while finning on the surface. While you are on a dive, water might leak your mask, maybe because there is some hair or the edge of the hood under the face seal. You must learn to clear a mask of water without coming to the surface. First, let a little water into your mask by lifting up the face seal. Keep a slight pressure on the upper part of the mask frame and begin expiring through your nose while you tilt your head up towards the surface. The mask will empty of water without you realizing. The slight pressure applied to the upper part of the frame causes the excess water to flow out from the bottom of the mask. It is a good idea to learn to do this technique with just one hand, because there might be times when you need your other hand to hold onto a line or buddy. You already know that if you run out of air, you can breathe from your buddy's alternative air source. First, try breathing from the instructor or assistant's alternative air source. This is extremely easy to do. Just take the second stage, clear it of water and breathe. Always remember to emit a stream of bubbles whenever you don't have the regulator in your mouth. Now let's complicate the mask clearing exercise by flooding the mask completely, as could happen if the mask is knocked off your face. The technique for clearing the mask is exactly the same as when the mask was partially flooded. An easy way of moving around on the surface, with or without a regulator in your mouth, is by swimming on your back. However, every so often look behind you to make sure that you are going in the right direction and that you don't hit anything or anyone. Your instructor will also have you practice the easiest and safest way of descending and ascending. This is by using a line, which you should hold onto with your right hand at all times, while the left hand is used to pinch your nose, so that you can equalize your ears and so you can operate the inflator-deflator device of your BC. Before getting out of deep water, it is best to take off your aqualung and pass it to someone on land. The last part of this module involves disassembling the equipment aqualung and rinsing all the equipment.